Hello everybody, welcome back, welcome back. We're going to do more GBO2 today. So I've got the Hymo Kampfer today. This is going to be, this is going to be an interesting one for me because this is one of, what, was this the second match I ever took this one out in? So second or first, I forget now which of the two I actually ended up saving. I took this thing out twice, yesterday. It's going to be like 2 days ago by the time this gets uploaded, but I digress. So I'm a little bit rusty with a lot of things with it, or rusty I guess isn't the right word. I am still getting used to quick swap locations and whatnot for it. Having a bit of a hard time. I think it's a really cool suit. As you can see, what it is basically is it's the Kampfer with Gerbera Tetra parts strapped to it, which I think is interesting. I question the accuracy of that a little bit, but I digress. So I've still got my Sturmfausts, but basically the entire kit has been overhauled outside of that. I like the two melee weapons. I like that it has the Gerbera Tetra downswing, that like stabbing downswing. I'm sure other stuff has that too, but like with the rest of the kit, that's really what that rings to me, is just parts of their Gerbera Tetra kit. Outside of the Sturmfausts and Head Vulcans, though, I guess it doesn't have much of the actual Kampfer kit here. But it's, I mean, it looks cool and it's fun to use, so I'm not really complaining. I can always still, you know, take out my Kampfer if I want the Kampfer. Oh, and it has EX boost. That's something you're not going to see me use at all, because in the moment I actually completely forgot EX boost was even there. But we've got me dropping, actually. I was about to say we've got the entire enemy team forming up, and we're going to try and hold that point, but we're not going to try and hold that point because we died. So we're just waiting to spawn back in instead. Kind of just the way things go, really. Score's not looking great right now, either. You can see we've got... Point range is this? I don't quite remember, so I can't give an estimate of how many kills we've actually gotten on the board right now. Oh wait, no, I'm looking at that backwards. We're doing fine. It's the enemy team that's not doing great. Oh boy. Anyway, you're going to see some fun examples of how comboing works here with different melee weapons. We didn't actually land a finishing blow, which is infuriating, but man, I always enjoy things that have too many swords on them, because you can just keep going. This Gaplant, I forget what the designation is. I do have this one. It's like Gaplant numbers. It's like a number thing, and I can't remember it because it's not a name, it's numbers, but I digress. I haven't taken it out yet, and that's something I should work on actually getting a video for, I guess. I got shot in the back by Gyaradoga, though. I was about to say Gyarazzulu. That's the other one. Gyarazzulu is the one that looks like it's wearing a uniform. Honestly, the Gyarazzulu is a little bit silly in that regard, but it does kind of look cool, so I'm a bit torn up on that. But we're going to initiate an airstrike here while everybody's getting ready to spawn back in. We're all ready, it's just a matter of dropping in. There we go, now we're all starting to drop in. Hopefully we can lead a good forward offensive. You can see it looks like our raid has gotten himself a little... probably pushed out a little bit too far, since none of the rest of us were out yet. We're gonna attempt to move in here and take him out. We succeeded in doing so. That's that Gyaradoga again. So that was nice to kill. Moving around, trying to hit this guy from behind while he engages our enemies. Maybe we don't necessarily need to be right here, because we're adding a third person to this fight, but we did manage to sneak that kill. I'm not sure why this guy's charging in as much as he is. That's probably not a good idea. That clearly wasn't a good idea. Unfortunately, this guy's going to come in right behind us and take us out. It's that Gaplant again. Yeah, he's going to keep giving me some problems this match. It's actually quite frustrating. TR5. It's the Gaplant TR5 or TR5, it looks like. About to say 5 or S, because my screen's a little tiny. It looks like it could be either. I think it's a TR5, though. I don't know, I find that interesting. Most suits you see actual names attached to them instead of numbers like that, so that one's interesting to me. I do not know where it comes from or its lore, so I don't know why it's named like that. It's cool, though. Looks like it's got Those shields... What are those shields on? I'm trying to remember the name of it. Anyway, I'm getting distracted. Here we're gonna, unfortunately, shoot a guy in the back. We were trying to get that shot lined up, and he walked in front of us. Very frustrating. We're doing our best to bail him out, though. And we probably pushed a little bit too hard. We got that stun and tried to move in for melee, which just opened us up for hits from behind by the... Oh, now I gotta remember which one it is. I know which suit it is, and I don't remember the name of it. It's a really interesting one. It's the one with, like, the single melee swing, but then it can tackle to cancel its melee animations, which is interesting, and I think it's the Power Gem, but it's been so long since I've actually used it. And I don't quite remember for sure. Look, it's that Gap Plant again. I told you he's gonna give me a pain. I should have tackled sooner on that one. That one was frustrating in the moment, too. I was trying to time the tackle right and ended up just not tackling at all. You're gonna see more failed tackles too this match, I'm pretty sure. Tackles are tricky. They kind of annoy me, actually. Like, it's like I don't necessarily disagree with the mechanics behind tackles and how they work, but then they never work, and it's frustrating. So, I don't know. They're just annoying. Maybe that's a skill issue. It's probably just a skill issue, but it's still annoying. But we're gonna... Are we? I hope we're gonna get our revenge on the Gap Plant. We're either gonna get it or somebody else got it. Oh well. At least he was dropped. Kind of wanted to get that kill myself, just because he's been annoying for me. But he did drop. We couldn't quite shoot around our ally there. Quite frustrating, honestly. We did, but he dodge rolled through it. We got that guy right. We're just hitting everyone on their iframes. I mean, at least we're hitting, but, like, that's not ideal. We finally hit something, at least. Doing what we can, where we can. I think we're overheated on all of that, but we move in, get that melee kill there. As I mentioned already, its melee swings are fun. You've got the dual beam sabers with that wide down swing, then you've got the single with the long down swing. There's just some fun combo potential on this thing. That's what I really like about it, for sure. I just wish I could make better use of it. Which, some of that just comes with practice. Like, for instance, that rifle is something I gotta get more used to as well. Because uncharged, it's 2 shots that build enough to stun. So you can, in theory, run around and uncharged shoot it and still do really fine in close quarters, so long as you're able to hit both your hits. And thankfully, we dodge rolled out of that and were able to hit him before he could do any follow-ups, but since we got jumped from behind like that, by the Power Gym again. I think it was Power Gym. Maybe I'm wrong about that. That's going to drive me crazy. I'm going to have to check that. But we were able to turn back around. This actually goes into something I know I've mentioned before. Don't walk away from downed enemies. Don't assume they won't come back and get you. But we got shot from behind. We honestly, we knew our time was limited on that one. Because I saw him on the radar. But tried to do some juking and failed to do so. And that's going to... unfortunately be it for the match. There's no more time for me to get back in before time runs out, and we did ultimately lose that one despite the long lead we had before. Enemy team really did pull that around near the end, but it was an interesting match. Gap Plant was still annoying. Oh, of course, and the Gap Plant was the one person on the enemy team that beat their rival too. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, do I wish we could have won that? Oh yeah, of course, but it was interesting. I think we lost the base at one point in there, which is what really tipped the scales against us, I would say. If we hadn't lost that, we probably would have been okay, but that's just a lesson of why you protect your bases. But that'll do it for this match, and we'll see what I have next time. I will see you then.